Good morning, everybody. Actually, good evening, afternoon, morning, good night. How are you all doing? Hopefully you're doing well. So we're going to head and come back to another Mr. Hatter guide. And so hopefully this all goes out pretty well. We're going to be doing Sire. I know a couple people in the clan like Poly Gaming. I know Irk. You were asking too for a Sire guide at some point. I know a lot of you guys are getting up in those levels, getting to your Abbey Demons. Are like, man, I want to do these bosses, but I quite can't yet. I want to. Matt, you do it all the time. You think you can do it. You show us a guide. So, naturally, I make guides for you guys all the time. So, let's go ahead and bang this one out. So, again, what I normally say is, do you have to have this gear? Absolutely not. I've done crap kills of Sire before where all I had was a Bandos God sword. I wore Sarah God, or like the D God, Blessed D-hide clothing, both top and bottom, D boots, the whole nine. You don't need any of this. Range is the same thing. I advise a blowpipe for the respirator vents. Other than that, all I'm going to say is the big thing, like if you're going to have, as I always put in all my videos, that top thing that you need to have is in your magic category. I strongly suggest Blood Barrage. Because when you get into that final phase and you're running away, you're getting decked by like the small, like, abyssal demon things, but they're not abyssal demons, they don't count to your task. The Scions, I think that's what they're called. You do Blood Barrage, that's important, and also what I could strongly suggest is doing Shadow Barrage. Reason why, so at the beginning of the fight, as you're going to see, you have to put Sire to sleep to be able to take out the respiratory vents. With each tier of the Shadow ones, you get less and less time to knock out the respiratory. So with that being said, let's knock it out, let's go. Stats-wise, I'm thinking you could probably slam this through with your at least 85 plus. 90 plus if you want to be comfortable and try to get those quicker kills, because Sire can take a little while. To kill a full task like this, it's probably going to... Oh, wait, let me go back. Let me make sure so we're not crashing anybody. The Mr. Hatter No Gain CC is not about crashing people. We do not do that here in my category. My clan, I do not condone it. So, let's go ahead and get started. I think I teleported out before starting. No, I did not. Okay. Let me come over to here. So what you guys probably notice is these are up in the air. It's because I was doing the house method. So I'm going to act with this kill like I'm doing the house method and haven't had this start yet. And I'll do two things. Two more. Two complete kills. So we'll do this one, then we'll do another. So I'm going to come up and do that. Put him to sleep. Actually, you know what? We're going to just finish this kill up and I'll do a complete kill after this kill is up for the house method. And I strongly advise the house method. If I can push the house method to you guys as long as possible to, one, get that con up, because having that ornate pool and that fairy ring makes a lot of your bossing cheaper due to the lack of using less supplies and everything else. So, like you saw, when doing Sire, you go out once you put them to sleep. You go and take care of those things. I strongly suggest, and you won't be able to, hit the respiratory vents while you are while these tentacles are awake. One, they slap the crap out of you, and two, they block the amount of hits you can do. So as you notice, I'm standing under Sire and I'm not taking any damage. It's because you can stand under Sire all day and eat if you needed to. Other than that, like if you're taking a lot of damage, stand underneath Sire and he'll take care of. He won't be able to get you. But let's go ahead and take care of the fight. So when we are fighting, during this phase it's a slightly more AFK. During this phase he can shoot out some of his little Scion buddies. Also, they're going to see these little pools of, I'm going to call it miasma. I believe that's what the wiki calls it. It is basically high tier poison. It sucks. When you're standing right on it, you can take up to, I think, like 26 damage. It's pretty bad, and he can randomly spawn it during this phase. This phase is kind of AFK. I'm surprised nothing's come up out of it, man. Hopefully in the second kill we can get some examples for you guys. That'd be fantastic. So going for this second phase, you're going to get his HP below 200. After 200, you want over here, click on that. So then I look over at my prayer and such, and my run. My run was about at 20, so there we go. For this phase, you run back and forth between these two things. One, because if you're standing on top of the plasma, or the miasma poison, he can, like I say, you'll take loads of damage. Two, when that's going on, you can't step outside of this box because you're then in tentacle range. So once you get his HP on this phase below 140, run. Run as far back as possible, because if you noticed, his how he burst there, that's a screaming high attack and you can't survive it. I don't even know how hard it hits, but you need to run away. So then you come back. And we're going back, you play, once you get to that third phase, you continue to go back and forth. So there we go, got some super restores. And let's go ahead, move down, and begin. So, now that we're standing here and the kill is complete, I'm going to go over some things that I was briefly said. So you notice how right here on this square and right here are marked. While you're in that fourth phase, when you're running back to here, praying range, doing blood barrage to heal up before coming back, these tentacles will smack the living crap out of you. They will hurt so bad. I've had hit up to 30 before. You need to stand between these rows, so I'll go ahead even and mark the tiles the full way down for at least a little while. We'll go to right here. I think you guys catch what I'm saying. That when doing this, you need to stand between this column. You don't need to run out. Don't run past it, because these will be able to hit you. Now, the reason why I stand here and here on that third phase, when he's standing right here after, or over here with protect melee on, just killing him with the arc light, with the BGS specs. You stand here and here because that's the closest you get to hitting him. As you saw, I bet you guys could put 2 and 2 together on that. You guys are not stupid people. I know you guys can figure that out. But either way, then you'll run back and forth on that third phase, and we're going to go over at least another kill, at least one more, so you guys can get the full effect. Outside of that, I'm thinking we're good to go on the next kill. So let's do a full-blown house kill. So you could technically turn your blowpipe to long range, hit him, see that, and then do it again to wake him up. But I'm a lazy person. I personally do not want to go over to this, click long range, and I can spend the money on the extra runes. It's not worth your time. I mean, unless you're broke as a joke. If you're broke as a joke, I don't advise killing this boss. You don't make tons of money, and the big ticket item like the bludgeon requires 3 drops of unsireds, and you getting lucky on each one to get the bludgeon pieces. So with all that being said, you make money on this boss. It's slow. There are much better ways of making money. As I've said for a lot of mains, it's a fun boss and everything else, but you just, yeah, it's not the best money making method. Okay, so you notice how I killed him, killed the respiratory vents, teleported the house to heal the stats. The reason why is when he is like this, unless the game updates or somebody else kills the Sire, it doesn't despawn. And that's important because if you teleport out mid-fight, so once he's out of his little crevice hole, he can despawn. And if he does, you will have to restart the kill all over again. So that's why when I say when you die, I suggest getting your happy ass back as quickly as possible. Because if you do not, it will be a very upsetting time. Because you'll not only have to pick up your stuff again, you will have to redo this process. And as you can tell, it's a rather lengthy process. So here we go, first phase, the respiratory events. Let's pop back over to the gear, and let's kick some ass. Let's go ahead and make sure we're potted. There we go. Slap the protect from melee on for the second phase, and piety, number 1, and number 2. And I know I spec with the BGS, I've always done that. If you don't have a BGS, you don't have to go and get it. Spec with the arc light. Perfectly good, has the same effect. So we got his HP below 200, so we moved to the third phase. Third phase, like I say, protect from range. He's no longer going to hit you. It's the scions that will. So for that first runaway, so you see that Masma thing that I was talking about? You cannot stand on top of it or beside it one square. You will take damage. And you can run a chance of being poisoned. So we're running back right up to here, pop over to that square, and usually, at least when I get to here and I begin the kill, I'll start here and immediately run because there's, from what I've noticed, usually 3 of those spots that appear. So you pop around, pop back, and you just start doing damage here. Keep an eye on all of your HP, your prayer, and your run. So we're going to go ahead and do one more kill just to make sure everything's solidified so you guys are all good and ready to go. Okay, so one more going in. We will go ahead and do the whole process again. I'm going to try and not stop and take the breaks through. And if you guys have any questions after this guide, feel free to let me know. I will answer those questions for you, do all of what you need to help you out. If you even want to message me, we can figure out a gear plan for you. I don't like to go into the gear you need, the gear I advise. This is just a quick guide to really show you the fight, show you what's going on, show you like the tips and tricks that I go within the fight itself. I've been doing Sire for years. May not seem like it, but I have, especially since I only have 1200 KC. That all being said, ask me those questions. I will get you sorted, and hopefully my guides help the clan out, or anybody else out who's not part of the clan. You stumble upon my guide, and it works out for you. Feel free to join the Mr. Hatter clan, by the way. Shout out to that. We're a super kind clan, super helpful clan. We pride ourselves on it, and all those things. Other than that, let's get another Sire kill in here. Let us go. So we're going in again. We're going to wake him up, piss him off. He doesn't want to come out and fight us, so we're going to hit him with the Shadow Barrage and go ahead and put him to sleep. We got 25 seconds on the clock. I don't know if you can see that. Actually, you probably can't. I just got OBS pulled over a little bit more. Go ahead and kill it. I advise, at least for this phase, kicking on rigor, kicking on those things. It's worth it because you're able to knock out the respiratory events in a timely manner that's safe before these tentacles kick your ass. There we go. We teleported away. And I'll say this too. Don't stand there if you're not able to kill them in the appropriate amount of time. Don't stand there. Teleport out. It's not worth it. It's not worth dying. There we go. I accidentally hit my trackpad there, guys. Sorry. It's not worth your time dying. Don't do that. Don't risk it for the biscuit on this boss. Like I said, it is not worth your time. It's not worth, it's worth your time. Not worth the amount of money, though. It's not. I mean, the Abyssal Orphan's great. I'm personally going for the pet. It'd be great to have. But the amount of money that's actually made from this boss is not quite it. So again, you're running up. And even during this phase 2, you don't want to stand out here. Actually, you know what? I'll show you what happens if you walk out. So notice, pop. They'll keep smacking you. Because I'm in this rain, this over here. And because I did that, I'm going to go back to the house and teleport out. And like I said too, I'm able to do that because he's up in that top section. The kill won't reset. I could spend all day, night out here. As long as no one's gone into that chamber and killed Sire or the game hasn't reset, it'll be like that all day long. So we're going back in. And from there, that just proves you need to stay in that line. Those three squares. You need to stay in this area, again, because it keeps you safe from the tentacles. I'm not going to say don't worry about this guy, but you're usually not running out over here, as you saw by my kills. If you want to safe spot to take a breather, when I'm back there again during that 4th phase, I will make a note and say, like, hey, this is your safe spot. It's not... You can't stand there for stupid amounts of time because some of the scions or whatever will come up beside and do something and try to hit you with range, but you're not taking stupid levels of damage. So I guess that's what like truly matters there. Alright, so we're coming up. This is when we're going to drain its defense. Respiratory system is phase 1. This part is phase 2, and like I said, you get below level, you get them below 200 HP. So here we go. Gonna kill him real quick. You see how we did that, and that came up. That poison came up. That is poisonous. Like I said, it is not something you want to sit on, stand on. And if say the poison was right here, you need to move. So, boom, like that. And I'm gonna say it's probably like as you do Sire, you'll get the feel for this one to run back and forth. As you can see, it's under a timely manner. I don't really know what to say, how many Mississippis you need to wait before that happens, before you need to run. Okay, so like I said, this is your quote-unquote safe spot. If you need like a breather, this is where you'll stand for half a second. Get your pot up and everything. So we are now running back. And stand between. Oh, there we go. See, I got that poison. See how hard that hit right there? It's ridiculous. It is ridiculous. You can stand on this side too. I normally don't. I'm normally on that other side. Man, more restore potions. Sweet. So, with the house method as well, what I will say and suggest, when you're in this, even if you're poisoned or have low things, don't teleport to your house, don't use your supplies, because you're about to go to the house anyways once you kill this. If you're about, like, you are probably 15 HP or below, yes, that is when you want to go back forth and heal, or like eat a piece of food, kill the respiratory system, and go back, because you got half of phase 1 already before you do your stats. So, I'm thinking that's a good amount of a guide that's it for you guys. If you guys are looking for anything else, do let me know. If this guide was perfect for you, I'm glad to hear it. I'm going to go ahead and get all of this sorted, get it taken care of, and get up on YouTube, share it in the Discord, and let me know. Let me know how it goes. Let me know if you guys have any more questions, or if you want me to remake this guide. Because I know there's a lot at Sire going on. It's not like my past guides with KQ and Zora. There's a lot going on at Sire. There's a lot to do, a lot to pay attention to. I just threw a lot of information at you at once. Do you have any questions? Ask away. I am a quick message, text, call, all those things. Just let me know. Anyways, guys, hopefully you all are doing great. I'm so happy to be here with you guys. I'm so glad we're all super successful and really getting out there, making people happy and all that such, making good days. Life's good every day, guys. Anyways, I'm Mr. Hatter. Hopefully you guys are having a great day.